Hi everybody, happy Thursday. Today is March 26, 2020. I hope you guys had a good Wednesday, okay? And I hope that your parents and families were able to pick up all the materials you're going to need for the next few weeks while we keep doing this learning at home. All right? I really look forward to making my videos for you guys to watch, okay? I hope you like to watch them too. Okay, and starting next week, we might add or change a few things, okay? But for today, we have a book we're going to read, and we have a math page, and we have our writing prompt, okay? And then for religion, you're going to have a short video that you're going to watch, okay? And one more thing, last week, Mrs. Gibson came on at 11:30 and did the rosary. I was there. Were you guys there? Okay, so I didn't know she was going to do that. So last Thursday I had the Rosary Club video available made by me for you guys. But since she's going to be doing that, okay, I want you guys, if you would like to be in the Rosary Club today, to go ahead and watch her at 11:30. I'll be on there too, and we can all pray together, you guys, plus lots of other people in the school, okay? So instead of me putting it and doing it with you guys today in the video, we can all go ahead and be together in the video or on the live page with Miss Gibson, okay? Okay, guys, so let's get started with our reading today, all right? Good job. Okay, everyone, so our goal for reading this is for all of us to read it out loud together and then to answer questions about what we read at the end. So this book is called Homer, and what do you see the person on the cover holding? Some of you are saying bird, and what type of bird is it? A pigeon, okay? So what story did we just read about a pigeon? Buster Surprise, okay? And this time it looks like this pigeon's name is Homer. So let's find out what else we can learn about Homer. So it says, meet Homer. Homer is not just any pigeon. Homer is a homing pigeon. A homing pigeon can find its way home. It can find its way home if it has to go hundreds of miles. It can find its way home from a spot it has never visited before. What does this page tell us a homing pigeon is? A pigeon that can find its way home from anywhere, even if it's never been to that place before. And I want you to think about how there is a dotted line. Do you see this dotted line? Okay. And I see that dotted line from the front cover and onto this page. Okay. And this arrow points to the picture of Homer. And then it starts going to the next page. All right. So I think the lines are going to be a way for us to make sure we see where Homer is on every page. Okay, so these dotted lines are to help us spot Homer and see all the places he goes. All right, so can you spot him on the next page? Okay. Homer and these other homing pigeons were hatched and trained on top of a children's museum. When a class visits, the trainer explains that Homer is trained to find his way back to the museum, no matter where he is. And the trainer has a terrific way to show the kids what Homer can do. So here are our dotted lines starting from the page before, pointing us to Homer. And on this page it told us that Homer and other pigeons hatched. How long does it take for pigeon eggs to hatch? 17 days. And where does it look like Homer lives? Where is his home? His home is here at the museum. And what does this trainer do or teach Homer? She teaches him how to find his way back to his home, which is the museum, no matter where he is. And can you spot which person is the trainer? Right over here, very good. And what is she doing? She is showing Homer to a group of kids at the museum. That's what she would do if you all got to visit Homer at the Children's Museum. The trainer puts Homer in a crate. She tells the children they can take Homer back to school with them. Oh my goodness! What does that crate look like? It kind of looks like, yep, a cage or a box with a door. And what's this? This is that handle for carrying it. And where is Homer going to go? To school. Why is Homer going to their school? Why do you think Homer is going to the school? All right, well, let's see if you're right. And were you able to spot the dotted line and see that Homer went from going into the crate, and now he's secured, ready to go back to school. And here's our dotted line taking us to the end of the page. Homer likes school. The children think it is fun to have a pigeon in class. You guys, if we had a pigeon in our class, do you think that it would sit nicely like it's doing here, being held nicely? Or do you think it would fly all over the room? Okay, good answer. Where is Homer right now? He's in the classroom at the children's school. And what are all the kids doing with him? They're looking at him, and look up here, this little boy, he's touching him with just one finger. And does it look like the kids like to have Homer in their class? How do you know that they like to have Homer in their class? They're smiling. What does it say? How do we know that they like having him in their class? They think that it is fun. When it is time for Homer to go back to the museum, the children print a thank you note. They put a canister on Homer's leg. Then they put the note in the canister. Where do you think where is Homer going to go now? He's going to go back to the museum. So a canister, here's a picture of the canister. A canister is a small container or can for holding things. What do the children put in the canister attached to Homer's leg? A thank you note for the trainer. And which picture shows the thank you note? This top small picture. And I'm going to read it to you because it's pretty little, okay? So it says, thank you for letting Homer visit us. We hope he has a safe trip home. Hugs and kisses, Mrs. Lake's class. All right, it was a little small, so I kind of had to get up there and squint, but that's what it says. The children wave as Homer takes off, and here's his journey so far. It will be a long trip. Will Homer be safe? Will he find his way back to the museum? What do you guys think? Do you think he'll have a safe trip back? Do you think he might get lost? How is he getting back to the museum? He's flying. How is this different from how he got to the school? Yep, going to school, they put him in that crate, and now he is out of the crate, flying freely back to his home. Let's see what happens. One more time. Raise your hand if you think he will get safely back to the museum. Okay. Who thinks he won't get back and that he might get lost along the way? Okay, let's see what happens. What does it look like happened? The trainer looks like she has Homer. So what does that mean? That means the pigeon found his way home. Let's read. The kids can see Homer land back at the museum on a webcam. They can see that Homer did find his way. Earlier in the story, it had said that the trainer has a terrific way to show the kids that Homer arrived back. What is her terrific way? She talks to them on the webcam, kind of like what we're doing. Okay? A webcam is a camera attached to a computer or a cell phone, and people use it so they can see and talk to each other over the internet. All right? And what are these children seeing on the webcam? They're seeing that she has Homer. Do you see in her other hand what she has? The thank you note. Okay, so that means that Homer got back, and we know that he got back, one, because we can see him, but we know that this is a new video because she's holding the thank you note that they just sent. And what is this special talent of Homer? What's his special talent? He can find his way back home from any spot. Okay? And what did the book tell us about Homer besides that? What did Homer do in our book? He was at the museum. He traveled to their school in a crate. They let him free, and he came right back home. Did the children like having Homer in their class? Yeah, they really did. Would you like to have Homer visit our class? Tell why or why not. Okay. Would you like him to come to our class? Why or why not? All right, you guys, I'm going to bring something up that we did when we first read Buster's Surprise. And we're going to learn a little bit more about this book. All right? So just a second, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. Ta-da! Do you guys remember when we did this? Okay, on the left, it says fiction. And on the right, it says informational text. And we went through and explained the details that a fiction or made-up story would have and the details that an informational text would have. And we are going to read through each, and we're going to see which one goes with the book Homer. So let's start on the left with fiction. It says, made-up stories about characters. Do you think Homer was made up? Okay, let's go on the next one. Characters say and do things. Did this story have characters that said and did things? Characters have feelings. Drawings show what happens. Did this book have drawings? And then we see there at the bottom that Buster's Surprise was fiction. Let's look on the right at informational text in green. So an informational text teaches about real people, places, or things. In Homer, did it show real people? Did it show real places or things? Okay. Did it give facts and information? Did we learn anything about those people, places, or things? Were there photographs in this book, Homer, or diagrams? Okay, which one do you think Homer fits under? Fiction in orange or informational text in green? Let's see. Is Homer a real animal? Yup, he's a real homing pigeon. Okay. Does Homer, the book, give us facts and information? Does it teach us anything? Yup, it teaches us that homing pigeons can find their way back home from any spot. Does this book have photographs? It sure does. Okay, so Homer, the book we read today, would fit right under informational text. Okay, it teaches us about real people, places, and things. It gives us facts and information, and it has photographs. It doesn't have any diagrams, but it does have photographs, all right? Good thinking. All right, everybody, so what type of story was Homer? Yeah, an informational text, okay, real. A real story that gives facts and teaches us about something. Okay, now I'm going to show you to my computer for us to do our writing prompt. All right, so let's go do that. Okay, everybody, here we are at our writing prompt for the day, March 26th. It says, write 3 sentences about your favorite super kid and tell why. Remember your uppercase letters and periods. This is a really fun one. Okay, we read this before we left, and a lot of you guys shared who you thought you were going to write about. So I'm going to pick one super kid and tell why I like them. Okay, so you might not have a favorite, but if that's the case, just pick one and tell why you like them. And if you have a favorite, then you are ready to go and ready to write. All right, so we're going to go over my sentences. And for mine, I'm just going to pick one and share why I like them, okay? Because I like a lot of the super kids for different reasons. So I'm just going to pick one and tell you why. All right, but if you have a favorite, that's the one you're going to pick. Here we go. Okay, everybody, here we go. I'm picking a super kid, and I'm going to say that one super kid I like is Etta Betta. So I'm going to tell you what I like about her, okay? I like the super kid is anybody else going to pick Etta Betta? The super kid Etta Betta. Okay. And here's what I like about her. She wears glasses like me. Okay, and you guys know I don't wear glasses every day, but I do wear them sometimes. Okay, just like Etta Betta. She wears glasses like me. The flips and tricks she does are awesome. Okay, I have 3 sentences, but I'm going to give you one more reason because my first sentence just says that I like Edabetta. And I have 2 reasons so far, and I'm going to give you one more. So I'm going to scoot it up a little bit so you can see it a little better. So it might take away some of the first sentence. That's okay. Okay. She is a good friend. Okay. So I'm going to read over my sentences and then I'll explain them a little more. I have an uppercase letter. Okay, my first sentence says, I like the super kid Edabetta, period. Then I start with another uppercase letter at the beginning of my new sentence. She wears glasses like me. And this time I use an exclamation mark, okay, to show that I was excited about something. We both wear glasses. The flips and tricks she does are awesome. And I have a period right there. And then I have, she is a good friend. And you guys, I am using information that I know about her from the story, The Spingle Spangle Talent Show. Okay? She wears glasses in that, as she does all the days. But in the talent show, she does some really neat flips and tricks. And the reason I'm saying is she is a good friend is because remember how she was upset that she was left off the list? But then Doc explained that it was just an accident. And Edabetta forgave her. Okay, so Edabetta knew that it was just a mistake. And she decided right then that it was okay because it was just a mistake and she forgave her and that she was still going to be in the show. Okay, she did not keep being mad. Okay, she decided that because it was a mistake and that her friend told her, she was not going to stay mad. She was going to forgive her friend and then be in the show, okay, to help the show be even better. And she was a great finale, okay? So go ahead and write 3 or more sentences about your favorite super kid or a super kid who you really like. And remember your uppercase letters and your periods or exclamation marks, if you choose to do that, and your finger spaces. All right? Good job. All right, everybody, we're ready to do math now. So you're going to get out your math packet and we're going to do page 185. And I just want to let you know that this page is something that we have been working on in class right now at school with me and with Mr. Kramer. Okay, the past few pages, remember I said our review, but this page, we've learned about it a little bit, but it's a little bit new too, okay? So make sure you follow along and listen closely as we do page 185. All right, everybody, here we are on page 185, and it says solve, okay? So let's read number 1 together, and then we'll figure out what to do from there. Here we go. Alex uses circles to make a pattern. Okay, this looks like Alex's pattern. How many circles come next in the pattern? Draw the circles in the empty box. Write the number of circles below this box. Okay, everybody. So, what do you think is the best way for us to start solving this problem? We're going to have to start with box 1 and count how many are in there. Okay, now look how many are in this row. 1, 2, 3. So we can actually count this row by 3s. Okay, so think about your 3 song with Mr. Kramer, and let's count this box by 3. Here we go. 3, 6, 9. All right, so there's 9 right here. If that was a little tough for you, you could double check by counting by 1s if you need to. All right, and now let's check how many are over here. And look, there are a few ways we can do this. We can see that there's 3 here and 3 here. 3 here, 3 here. 3 here, 3 here. So how many is that so far? 9, and how many more? 1 more makes how much? 10. Okay, so 9, 10, and look here. They all have the same number here, 3 at the top. 3 in the middle makes 6 in this one. 3 down here makes 9. And now how many more? 9, 10, 11. Okay? So I think you guys are going to be able to draw how many circles go in here and write how many you put in here. Okay? And I would love it if you were to draw just like how you saw the previous boxes. 3 in a row, okay, until you get to the correct number that should come next, okay? So I think you guys can do that one on your own, okay? And we're going to go to number 2 and 3 and work on those patterns. All right, let's complete the pattern. 15, 16, 17. What comes after 17? 18. All right, you guys can do that one too. Okay. And number 3. 14, 13, 12. What do you notice about this pattern? Are each number getting bigger or smaller? 14, 13, getting smaller. 13 is smaller than 14. By how much? How much less is 13 than 14? Okay, it's 1 less. So this went down by 1. How about 13 to 12? How much less is 13? I'm sorry, how much less is 12 than 13? 1 less. So this pattern is going down by 1s. Every new box, you take away 1. So what's 12 take away 1? 11. What's 11 take away 1? 10. What's 10 take away 1? 9. All right? So on this page, all the patterns either went up by 1 or went down by 1. Okay? So go ahead and finish this page if you haven't already. All right? Okay, you guys, so yesterday was the Feast of the Annunciation, which is when the angel Gabriel comes and tells Mary that she is going to have a son. And who was her son's name? Jesus, okay? So I found just a short video for you guys to watch. The link is going to be in the description. Okay, it's very short. It's just kind of going to show you about what happened. Okay, and you're just going to watch that. And then tomorrow on Friday, we are going to be reading about Saint Gabriel. Okay, so for today, we are not going to read in our book. I just want you to watch this short video of the Annunciation to kind of get a picture in your head of what that means and of what happened. And then we'll talk a lot more about it on Friday when we read about the angel Gabriel. Okay, so go ahead and you can choose to either stop the video and watch it now and then come back, or you can choose to wait to the very end and then click it. Okay, so you can either watch it now or watch it when we're all done. Okay? All right, guys. Enjoy the short video, okay? All right, first grade, that's the last thing for the day. Okay, remember your homework. You have one more night of reading that fluency page and practicing those spelling words. Don't forget to check out the video on the bottom in the description of the Annunciation. And tell your families to check out Miss Gavin's Weebly page and Miss Johnson's Weebly page. Okay, Miss Gavin's page has everything you need to know about doing art class starting next week, and she would love it if you could get on this week to start making that Seesaw account with that paper that went home yesterday. And on Miss Johnson's Weebly page, she has all the information you need about taking your AR tests, okay, with your library books. And she puts this little thing on there, the AR book finder. So if you have any books at home that you've read, you can type in the title and it'll tell you if you can take a test on it or not. Okay, and then Miss Johnson gets to see, did you pass your test? And she could add a sticker to your chart, or she might wait and let you do it, and then you might have a lot of stickers to add if you keep taking and passing tests for when we come back to school. Okay, so she can see it, so make sure that you're really reading so that way you pass your test and you get to add a sticker to your chart. Okay, so once again, make sure your families are looking at Miss Gavin's page and Miss Johnson's page for AR. And then if you'd like, you can start looking around at Miss Hudak's page, all right, and any other specials teachers. Okay? All right, thanks guys. See you on Friday.